Welcome to Knife Thoughts. This video is going to be on this knife, and this is the Sencut Regnator. And so first of all, I want to say thank you to Sencut for sending this knife for me to check out. It's another very budget-friendly knife from Sencut, and another knife with an interesting name, the Regnator. It's a very aggressive sounding name to me. And so I think it does fit it, especially this version. So you can see that this is all blacked out, really black everything except for the steel name and the Sencut logo. So this is black G10. It's got some machining on it, which is a nice touch. Black clip, classic Sencut clip. This is a thumb stud and flipper knife, so I do always like having multiple methods of deployment. You can flip it, super nice action. You can middle finger flick it with the thumb stud on the back, and then of course you can just use this thumb stud to slow roll it. So multiple opening methods is always a plus for me, and as usual, Sencut does a great job of their action. So you can see it is very, very smooth. This is about a $40 knife, and you know, it's super smooth. I think a very, very nice action, especially for that price, but really honestly at any price. And then as usual, made really nicely. You can see that it is well centered. When unlocked, there's no side-to-side blade play, nice and solid, and when locked, no forward and back blade play. So it is a liner lock. Sencut does a good number of liner locks, and they do them well. Never had an issue that I can recall with a Sencut liner lock. And this has kind of an interesting blade shape. It's almost an upswept blade shape. So you can see it's got this really big, nice drawn swedge. It's got a good kind of curve to the edge, well, some straight edge, and then a really kind of abrupt curve, I should say. So this should work for, you know, your typical EDC tasks. Could probably be considered a tactical knife, and also you could use this for food prep, things like that. I think it's just a good general blade shape, and it is nice to see at least a somewhat upswept blade shape. It's not among the most common blade shapes. So you can see, speaking of the blade, it's 9CR18 MOV steel. It's in the 58 to 60 HRC range, so not the hardest steel, not the hardest heat treated steel, but it does well. I've enjoyed using it in other knives and in this knife. This has a, let's see, it has a 3.48 inch blade. So it's just under 3.5 inches. For me, I don't have to worry about blade length, but if you live somewhere where you can't have anything over 3 inches, this wouldn't be good for you. But if you can have something under 3.5, this would be perfect. Get you pretty much as much blade as you can get. So it's a medium-sized knife. I'll show you it in comparison to a Benchmade Griptilian. So here is the full-size Griptilian, and you can see that it's similar in size. And then here is a Spyderco Native 5, which is smaller than the Regnator. This kind of brings a little giggle to me every time I say Regnator. It just sounds intense to me. And then here is the Civivi Elementum, another more EDC or smaller size knife, 3-inch blade. So you can see the size comparison with those. So a good medium-sized knife should do really everything you need a knife to in EDC. And just another, you know, different, interesting design from Sencut at a really great price. So again, thank you to Sencut for sending this knife along. If you enjoy this type of video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and select all so you know when I post new videos. Check out my website, knifethoughts.com, where I post articles on knives like this and knife-related topics. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to go out and do good.